Let's get ready to rumble and rant. Hey, everybody. Super professional over here. We're going to bring our guest on here in a second. As soon as I fix this bullshit over here, gotta love the YouTube studio. Yay. So, Big Nerdy's not going to be here because apparently I fat finger it. And instead of 12.15, I sent 1.15 to Matt. So, yeah. I have a guest lined up for later for next week. He's helping me out tonight. So, I'm going to bring him on the stage right now. And everyone, welcome Chaz, aka GI Customs.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, I told you this. He's going to hear this again, folks. I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, I could do a solo stream, but it just it helps me out because we were going to do it. And if I had to reschedule and go, hey, dude, I'm sorry. Not only am I super professional, if Matt rescheduled in the same day, do you mind? You know, so this helps me out, man. So
glad to do it. And it helps me out as well.
And what I'm going to do here is, I think I got everything all set up there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is what I was going to do, and I completely forgot about it. As you came on, it was supposed to be Jazz Customs. We'll fix it in post.
All right. Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a Monday. It has been a weekend. It's been something special. So chat, bear with me as we do all this. And yeah, I saw Joe Fan pop in right there. Speaking of more G.I. Joe related stuff there, right? So Cooter's in here. I mean, Yo's we got Tristan with a line that I'm stealing from him on celebrities. I'd Jessica her Alba. Hell yeah. Indo and Grizzly. Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you. He was. And then I was telling Chaz pre-show that he wasn't talking about it during 3POA. I'm like, man, that's weird. I wonder why. And then he finally got back to me today as I'm emailing him because I looked into the emails and saw that I fat fingered it. And there isn't a Monday 1:15, by the way. That doesn't exist. So I'm going to reschedule. Yeah, I'm going to reschedule with Matt, and then we will do it elsewhere. By God. Yeah, we got Stu, we got Charles, we got Bill, and we've also, Blake, by the way, thank you. I starred this one, Blake. Thank you, Blake. Hit the light or get fucked. Profanity is completely fine, Chaz. I don't know where you're at with that, but that's...
Oh, no, I'm good with it.
Okay, yeah.
I hit the light like an hour ago, so I can't get fucked.
Yeah. Get fucked responsibly, everybody. And if I miss somebody, Smudge. I can't remember Smudge in the house. Looks like Smudge is in the house. Yeah, there we go. What's up, Smudge? Had a really good time with him, my boy Mikey and Frankie on Smudge's channel.
I follow Smudge. Yep. I've seen he does some good stuff.
Another customizer. So we have a lot of customizers in our space, right?
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Patrick Bryan outside. Also, a little Chaz who does amazing stuff. This looks like a fan of yours. Thank you for showing up.
That sounds familiar. I feel like he's made an order or so.
Silva, what's going on, Ken? Yeah, that's again, as I was complaining about YouTube, but thanks YouTube for allowing me to stream and possibly make money. Cool.
Yes, they're the best.
But the whole change on names is driving me absolutely crazy. I hate,
what they change.
Well, it'd be like, for one, when it was Son of GTO, it used to come up Greg Harris. It doesn't come up Greg Harris anymore. It's Son of GTO.
Son of GTO.
And I will also flip-flop between Son of GTO and Son of a Crayon Slayer and call one Tom and one Greg because of that.
And that's what I thought of there for a second when I saw Son of GTO. I was like, oh, did Son of Crayon Slayer have to change his name or something weird?
Okay, so yeah.
So I've seen him before. I've not seen Son of GTO before. So fantastic. All kinds of sounds out there.
Here we go. Yeah, another fan, Starfighter. I do not recognize that at all. I think it is awesome that you have GI Customs on. His tutorials have been very informative and helpful. I know I annoy him on YouTube with questions.
Never annoyed. I love the questions.
That's interaction. That's engagement, guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, back to Blake's in here and hit like, share, and subscribe. Comments. Everything drives that YouTube algorithm.
Yes.
We talked about that a little, pre-show too. So let's talk about YouTube. And now, are you doing anything else, or is it YouTube? Or are you doing, TikTok and X and?
I've got Instagram and Facebook, so maybe that ages me a little bit. As far as I don't even have an X account or a TikTok account.
I won't do TikTok,
be, but
yeah, I'm tiptoeing into X, but
okay.
But so then, what got you onto YouTube in the first place?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I watch YouTube all the time. My family and I watch it basically as our TV entertainment in the evening. So it was a natural, like, maybe I should do this. Like, I don't know. And I drug my feet for a long time because I'm more naturally an introvert. I like just staying kind of behind the scenes off to the side, and I'm good with that. So it was definitely stepping out of my comfort zone to do any of that kind of stuff. And one day you just got to decide, like, fuck all that. I just got to do it. And my first video was back in August, so not that long ago, and it was terrible. I didn't even notice that I didn't have an intro until I watched it on YouTube. I was like, oh, shit. Like, it just goes straight into me talking about stuff. Should probably change that. Yeah. So
that's a big thing that everything I've watched, YouTube tutorials and how to get started and all that. Of course, I watch a lot of those after, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of them are like, just do it, just make content, and it's. This sounds corny, but it's true. I think it was Think Media I was listening to. He's like, you're going to suck, seed. I'm like, oh, got it. He goes, the stuff you're going to put out is going to be trash and garbage, and that's just the way it is. You don't come out of the gate perfect at all.
Yeah, it's more about just being consistent, just doing something.
Consistency, and then it's practice, man. You just start doing it, and then it happens. So did customization come before YouTube? When did you start doing these?
So I started doing custom stuff a little over a year ago. At this point, I think it was just barely over a year ago. So like last November, I started customizing and posting a few pictures on Instagram, just on my personal page, and started getting likes and stuff on them from random people. So I was like, all right, maybe I should make a non-personal page for this, and started getting more there. So one thing led to another of, hey, can you do this for me? How much does this cost? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just putting this stuff on my shelf back here. And so when people start waving money at your face, you're like, all right, well, I got to figure this out and see if this is something I could figure out or not.
Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And that was another driving factor for you to start making your own stuff. Just, you didn't see that stuff out there.
It was more of, I started it as just so before this, I ran a Snap-on Tools franchise. So I ran around in a Snap-on Tools truck and sold things to people.
Yep.
Again, way outside of my comfort zone. It's a whole big story of where that came from, but I got into that. So I was doing that and sold that, got out of it. Just wasn't what I wanted. And took 6 months to a year was our plan of just nobody's working. We can fund ourselves, just spend time with the family. And it was buying G.I. Joes and customizing them was just my thing to do in the evenings when my wife was watching Dancing with the Stars or whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
And so it was just for me. It was like, these things are cool. They've got extra detail, but it's all one color or whatever. And
no wash, no weathering.
I always wanted to do that. Yeah. So I was like, well, shit, now I can do it. Like, I got the money now to go out and buy the paints, buy the brushes, whatever it is to do it, and just started doing it for myself for my own personal collection and fun, and ended up being something other people liked.
What was your first 3D print? Like, what was the first thing that you started off with?
So the first 3D print was a few months at least after I started customizing. Was the Devilfish. And I actually bought that file from a guy on Etsy before I even had a 3D printer.
Here, you
I
know
was just
what?
like, yep, I need that. I had that as a kid. I need the bigger version.
Let's just do that while we're talking here. Share screen. This is the other thing that you'll find if you do this for any length of time is they'll just talk about what you're doing at the time because otherwise there's dead air. So, well, screw it.
There's just nothing.
Yeah, there's just nothing. So,
there you go. Yep. Yeah, so that was the first one I printed was actually somewhere in those pictures. I think I still have the gray one up there. So I did a gray one because so in my head, it's like, well, I want to do it, but I want to do it more realistic. And if you've ever Google searched military boats, they're very boring. They're all gray. There's like a little bit of black, a little bit of silver, and that's it. So I did an all gray one for myself. And I still have that on my shelf over here. So this is the one I did here recently. Wanted to do a little homage to the original, but make it my own, make it more fun. Something different.
The camo pattern, right? Instead of just having just orange.
Yeah. None of it makes sense. Even the camo pattern doesn't make any damn sense at all for what it is, but
whatever
adds a little something to it. Yeah.
Well, it's like, what boat would that possibly, have that camo pattern at
you're driving in lava fields or something like
I mean, the orange color period, right?
Yeah. But it's got that nostalgia feel that brings you back to like, oh, when I was a kid, I had that orange one. And as a kid, I didn't give a shit what color it was. It was the devilfish. It was the boat.
And guys, I'll put this on here too. Because I don't want to do it at the very end of the show. I've got the links in the description below.
Cool, appreciate it.
And then Chaz was nice enough to do a 10% discount code if you use the shop. Now, again, so I just discovered this. I discovered Chaz.
Yes.
You'd reached out to me and it was really well worded. I'm like, I've been seeing you pop up in some of the chats. I was like, okay, let me check this out. So it only took me, I don't know, a week to finally get back to you because I am very, very 1 week for me, Chaz, is actually really good. But I was able to watch some of your videos, and what I enjoyed was like almost a Bob Ross kind of deal with that. When I'm watching those customization videos, you're sitting there, you're talking about the process and going over it, and you're like, hey, and then I'm just going to shut up, and here you go. Like, oh, he's not going to talk throughout the whole video. Interesting. So it was kind of in the background. So I'm editing, I'm looking over, and I'm like, hey, I'm actually engaged and I'm watching this whole thing. Oh, this is cool. Nice. And I got that Bob Ross vibe. Were you going for that when you?
Nope. I mean, to say that Bob Ross wasn't part of my childhood would be incorrect. My dad did painting and stuff in his free time, so Bob Ross was on. So it probably is in here somewhere. But no, honestly, I think the first couple of videos, I said nothing. I just painted and did nothing, and then started chiming in a little bit of like, oh, I should explain this, and started getting comments of, hey, I wish you'd talk more. I wish you'd explain more of whatever it was. I'm like, all right. So I just slowly started adding more and more in. So it just kind of evolved on its own.
That's the whole thing. There's that's again, I'm gonna use those buzzwords. I don't care. Like, it's organic. Like, there was this evolution. You kind of just fell into it. That doesn't mean you can't refine it over time, right? Like music. Like, what did you do for music? Did you go the AI route? The dirty word that I use AI for.
No, so I'll say it. I use AI for my thumbnails now for just the background picture. I could do it. I have a degree in graphic design. I can do all the cool shit. I just don't feel like putting the time in to do it.
Man. That's the whole thing.
Do the background. And then I've tried to get it to do the text a few times, and it's still shitty at doing that, in my opinion. So I come in and do that side. Whether it's better or not, I think it is.
Jerk in the house. Let's make some happy little customs.
I think in one of my videos I said happy little accidents or something.
Did you?
At one point that I drew that back. I was like, yeah, we should do that. I don't remember which one, but I think
happy
so.
Little
there you go. Yep.
Yeah, it is, man. He's just part of pop culture. Even if you didn't watch him, there's enough memes and clips and whatnot. A lot of people will say that, and then they haven't even seen. They'll just, I'll just put my little cloud over here. Do you know what you're talking about? No, what's pop culture?
Very off of that. Set it up on an easel or something weird, and I don't know.
Yeah, here
Maybe
and
sometime I'll
another
go off the deep end
customizer.
on
It's in
there.
his name. My partner on Thursdays. Figure it out. JMK Custom, Mike.
Thanks, JMK.
I'm something of a painter myself. Jazz, you do some really
Yeah, I
great
know. I
work.
watch his stuff absolutely all the time.
Well, I think I had brought him. I can't remember. I think I said something like, "Oh shit, I didn't respond to this guy." I can't remember how we got on topic of. We were talking to you post show,
Okay.
and I'm like, I think I'm gonna see if he can pop on because he asked me to, and I'm like, this is some cool stuff, and I'll say this. I started this earlier over here. Oh, I will say this too. Oh snap on X, sweet, because it's again, I've got like 35 people on X. I am like again doing my toes into X, and I just post these streams on X.
Yeah.
And
35
OSNAP
better than
has done some awesome clips.
Okay.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. And I'm an idiot. Stu at 609. Thank you, Stu, very much. Gifted one membership, which I'll pronounce it like this guy does. Gifted one Zakainen membership. Jerkliff's throwing that R in there. So, Stu, for you, I just made a new asset. Let's play it tonight, by God. If I could find the sumbitch. Here we go.
He's under the channel member code.
For God's sake, don't do it, Zach. Name's Zakainen.
See, that's where that AI comes in handy, right?
Cheap as shit, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No, that wasn't
I
AI.
had a
That was
discussion
all
with somebody else about AI. And
that wasn't AI at all. That was all just me voicing shit over. And putting filters and whatnot. But yeah, CapCut, man. I use CapCut for all that shit. Because if I use AI and like actually we're not far off from being able to sit there and go, hey, I want this exact scene, but I want these people to be in it. Jerk and Gaines talked about that before.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna be long before you can just make your own movie, man.
Yeah, it's getting closer. Even with my thumbnails, I have to be very specific because I don't want it to change the item. So even on my website, some of the initial pictures, like the first one, I don't want to change the item, and it's real hard to tell it don't change the item.
Yeah,
and like make it different. Like I don't want it to be perceived as this other thing that isn't the final product.
It's
just
prompts.
change the fucking background, man, and it does not always understand.
And you take one word, one phrase, one different. Like, no, you had it. You had it. I need you to fix this. And there's people that are really good at that. And it's an art form to know the prompts. Yeah. You become a producer and a director.
Dude, I had one the other day. It had everything almost there. And I forget, I said like, make the background more epic or something like that. And it just totally wiped it and gave me a picture of a guy standing in front of a mountain. I'm like, the fuck is this?
What happened?
Like, what? You were there. Where? Like, yeah.
And then they change something later in the program, like they do an update, and then the results you were getting before vastly different now. And then Mid-Journey is what I use for a lot of the art stuff. So I'll even go back to a previous version, which is cool, knowing that okay, I can get this result for like my Challenger pictures for the front.
Nice.
But yeah, War Chest, man. Scott over here, big time supporter.
Yep. I see him in a lot of stuff. Appreciate it.
HGC's that was Zakainen. Oh, Blake, you son of a gun.
It's only a matter of time.
But yeah, Starfighter, I'm going to bring. That's what I was getting distracted from. Because again, shout out to Stu, by the way. I appreciate that, man. Helps those memberships help drive the channel every month. By God. But yeah, the Night Raven. So I'm
working on it right now. Yep.
And I can't remember if I saw that before you reached out to me, because I think I saw that pop up in my Instagram feed.
Okay.
And I'm like, whoa, what the hell's this? What's happening here? Because I've been telling people it was a Legion's Con, 10 Customs did that, the X-Jet, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, X-Men, the animated, they do it for me. But I was like, that'd be awesome to have. And I'd probably paint the son of a bitch black, or hey, could you make that black instead of this blue thing? Because I want the SR-71 is my favorite plane of all time.
Okay. Okay.
And so then when they made that, here we go. Bring that up here. When they made that the X-Jet, I was like, oh, cool. And then they, it evolved and they changed it to, whatever it was at that time. But, the G.I. Joe Night Raven, when that came out, I was like, oh, shit. Look at this. And
it's so big. It's ridiculous. Like, I want one for my own stuff. I have no idea where the hell I would put it, though. And that's a rendering, just to be clear, because I haven't actually printed and put one all together to take a picture of yet. So the closest one is that third picture on there where it's on that's a 6 foot long table.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, and there's that's obviously digital render there. But this one,
that's
immediately switch to this screen
so
here for this
the body
picture.
of that's what I'm working on now, though. The guy that ordered it didn't want that interior. This was just one I was printing because I was like, that yellow is freaking sweet. Like, that'd be cool. But he wants more closer to the original. So he wants red interior, but I think like the exhaust and some of the jet engines are going to be gray. And he gave me a whole list of things that he wants on it. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, and seeing that in that colorway, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like for, again, branding for me is usually, green that, like in like my assets over here.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that'd be really sweet doing that, but in green versus the, traditional vermilion color.
Yeah. And that's something I can do. So most of them up there have color options on my site where you can pick like original colors, or I throw in a few that I'm just like, I've done this one. Any of them, you can just order it and send me a message. Be like, yes, I want this. That's cool. But I want it in whatever color, like whatever color you want it. I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I'd rather something other than the originals, because most of the originals I've done.
You've done them.
Yeah. And I like when people come up with new things of like, I had a Tomahawk. I've done a bunch of them in the tan with the gray camo on it or whatever.
And those were the first videos I watched were the Tomahawk videos.
Yeah, it's really cool. And a guy reached out to me and was like, hey, could you do a custom color? I'm like, yes. Like, send me what you want. And he wants a winter one, white with gray and like light gray camo on it. So he hasn't pulled the trigger just yet, but he's going to, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, the Tomahawk. The video I watched, though, I watched 2 of them, and then you were like, I'm not going to do the one on the canopy. I'll do that later.
Yeah.
So what's that process? You get to that canopy to where it's actually, you get rid of the warping, or?
Well, so it's the clarity. So even though you print in a clear resin, when it first comes out of the resin printer, it's clear and it looks like glass. But as soon as you wash it, which you have to, and cure it, it's like a foggy day. Like there's no clarity to it whatsoever. Can't see the other side of it. So I've got to sand it way down and then polish it with like buffing compound, and then you clear coat it. Like it's a process, and it's just one of those. I think I said it then. It's not a fun process to watch because it's just me like sand this. All right, wet it again, sand it with a little different. Wet it
You
again,
say that, but I mean, literally, I watched the video when you're doing camo, applying like silly putty and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, brother, if people are watching that, you can put up glass too. It's going to be the same thing. You're like, yeah, I'm going to put this up. Here's the process so you can see it. I'd put that in the video. That's me.
So I'll probably do it its own video of, hey, here's the process. I'm not that good at it yet. This is the third canopy I've done, and they've gotten better. This one's a lot clearer than my other ones. So it's an art form by itself that I have not mastered yet.
Yeah. And then oh snap. Scale. Can you do a Night Raven as big as the Blackbird? That one up custom is one that's been popping up. Yeah, that thing is
so here
absolutely massive.
This is the front of the Blackbird that I'm printing now. Just the front little section.
Good gravy.
So I mean, I don't know how big that Blackbird is. I've seen all the pictures. It's amazing.
When you go to a con and see, you're like, holy shit.
So I'll be at Joe Fest in 2026. I've got a booth and stuff.
I will be. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, because this will be the first Joe Fest. I've never been to Joe Fest before. This is gonna be the very first one.
Yeah, this is the first big con anything that I've ever been to, like spectator or otherwise. So if I can get some time to walk around and see things, which I've heard is one of the challenges as a booth, is to actually be able to walk around.
Yeah,
so
that of course, by the way, scale ways. Yeah, say it's 50 inches. You can't do a true scale tomahawk because that would be absolutely mad. Like Sky Striker.
Yeah.
Absolutely mass. I mean, the Sky Striker to scale Sky Striker would probably be the size of the Night Raven that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this is to scale of the original toy. So yeah, if you wanted a guy to stand up in the back of that, I mean, you'd almost have to double that. It'd be ridiculous. So they can sit in there just fine, just like the original toy. They can sit in the front just like the original toy. And I'll be making different improvements and stuff as I always do along the way. The next improvement for the Tomahawk is going to be redoing the whole console up front. And I'll have the original console if people want that, but then I'll do a more modern console with the bigger screens and stuff like they have in more modern helicopters. There, you can see a little bit of it there.
A little bit of it there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can detail it, but it's still from 1980 whatever with the dials and stuff where, the newer helicopters are all screens and everything else. So I'm going to put my spin on it a little bit. So all these files are from Steve's Toys is where they all started. And I've bought the commercial rights from him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I've got all the commercial rights as far as he's concerned to print and sell all these. And then every time I print one, I improve it a little bit with magnets to hold things on better. The propellers.
I saw that during the Tomahawk deal. Yeah. Like the peg with the magnet on the back with the rotor. I was like, oh, that would really help seat that in right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Those things, the little panels you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Some of them click in and are just fine. And then other one has like a little tiny bit off in the print maybe, and you can't even see it, but you put it in, it just falls right out. I'm like, shit. I'm not sending this to a customer this way. Like barely moves it and the things fall off in the back. I'm like, no, I got to fix that.
And speaking of YouTube,
everything I print, is the best at that time. So the next Tomahawk will be better than the last Tomahawk. It just,
who's going to complain? I'm sorry. Like, well, you made that one better. That's how things work.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one right here, it should be Tony Horton. I'm pretty sure it's Tony Horton, but now YouTube, it's the Hitman Horton, 1974.
Okay.
But yeah, I always remember that avatar too. Okay. That symbiote Spider-Man. But yeah, any Triple T tanks or Warthog. I was trying to scroll through there.
There are Triple T tanks files out there. I do everything I can to only print things that I have rights to print, or that I've talked to the creator, or that I've created myself. So there are Triple Ts out there. I have one on the shelf behind me somewhere back here. I don't know for myself, but I don't offer them on my site at this time.
Okay.
I do my best to do things the right way, even though I know that's not necessarily how things are done out in the 3D printing world. That's the path I've chosen. So 99% of these are Steve's Toys that I have rights to.
Yeah.
Most of the other ones are the buckets, the gun racks, all the snake armor attachments, all that stuff are my designs. And I've taught myself how to 3D model over the last couple months and just thrown myself into it. So that was all based on a customer request.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, are you going to do anything for the snake armor? I was like, I don't know. What do you want to see?
What about Mjolnir? All right.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, he didn't request that specifically, but I was like, hey, I can make a hammer. I'm pretty sure I can model that. So let's see how it works.
But yeah, definitely check out that website, guys. Starfighter, that weathering detail video on the ramen tank, that was another video that I watched right there. I think Ace even commented on your video, if I remember right.
I know he watches them. Yeah, because he did a live stream over Thanksgiving, I think.
Yes.
And I was watching it and I said something. I forget what I said or whatever. And he commented right away. He's like, oh, GI Customs. Yeah, I watched your video. It was like I was on a train or something and couldn't hear the voice. So he's like, I couldn't hear it at all, but I watched it. So I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that he was watching that. I was like, okay, sweet.
And then shout out to Ace. I actually have a clip from that. Now, this was made by Shanth over there. Shout out to Shanth. He played this on Shane Davis's comic. I always forget Shane Davis's freaking YouTube video. Shane Davis. Okay. Anyway, he made this clip, so we're gonna play it.
To millions of fans around the world, he's a living legend.
But Ace don't work that way. Nobody mutes me. If you mute me, I block you. But Ace don't work that way.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's what Jerk was asking me before the show for me to send that. And I was like, oh crap, but he found it, so we're good. Laser Pants, shout out to Laser Pants. He got that, reached up to Shane to get that from Shanth, and then boom, got it. And again, Ace, you know, I've had him on as a guest. He's been on with me and Mikey before. Ace is just a cool fucking dude, man. I love talking to that guy. And then some people are like, "Oh man, that's not cool. Yeah, you're making fun of me." Fucking yeah. I'm like, "Hey, can we play this? Are you gonna be okay?" He's like, "Oh, I think it's funny."
He's cool.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
And hopefully, I'll be able to see him. I have not met him at a con yet. So
yeah, I'd love to meet him as well.
2026, I'll be able to do that.
Is he planning that you know of to be at Joe Fest?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's Joe Fest and there's talk of Toy Tuber as well.
Okay.
I'll tell everybody right now that Toy Tuber is happening September 26th. So I'm going to call it Articulated Ninja Con, but it's Toy Tuber. And that my shows of this year, Toy Tuber, awesome, great, incredible experience. And then after that, Legions Con. I think you'd like Legions Con, even if you didn't have a table or whatever. Because again, I don't know how that would work, but the customization at Legions Con is crazy. Have you ever been?
No, but I saw a bunch of videos, and that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh shit, like I don't really work with this stuff. I love their things. I have a few figures, but I saw all the customizer tables. And I'm like, oh, that stuff's amazing.
It is dope. Like the amount, and just again levels of customization. You can see, you know, okay, this guy is at this level. This guy is Emil. I mean, his level of customization. I want to say he's from Sweden. I'm sorry, Emil, if I'm going to butcher that. His stuff is just next level. It's stupid. Late Night with LeBron. I bought a figure from him immediately, and I was like, man, that is cool.
There's so many good YouTube and stuff out there. I do more of looking through on things, and I'll save them to watch later. So my watch later list is gigantic, and I just go through as I'm doing stuff. If I'm not recording, I'm playing something and like whatever it is, but I don't get to everything.
Yeah, Stu. By the way, Stu's loving the work, and he's saying great stuff for me for highlighting you. Well,
thanks, Stu.
If Chad didn't reach out to me, that probably wouldn't have happened, you know, because I mean, I'm still in that mindset when I see something, I'm like, that's cool, you know, like that Night Raven before I even knew that was you.
Yeah.
I don't think to myself also, hey, I wonder if that person streams, because a lot of people don't just do everything, but you know, hey, I've got a customizer. Oh, this guy also streams.
Yeah.
Now that's
I don't know if that was a mistake. I feel some days I feel like, man, I kind of took on everything at the same time. And the cool part is they feed into each other, but it's also, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Luckily this is my full-time jobs right now, so I can dedicate the time to it. But there are some overwhelming days where like, oh shit, I need to get a video out, but I also need to finish this. I also need to finish this printing and like all the stuff. So I do what I can to get to everything.
Yeah, blast effects. I would say that for the Legions Con stuff, like no one makes blast effects that I've found for any of like the Cosmic Legions or anything. I'm like, why? And when I talk to people, they're like, why would I have blast effects? I'm like, why would you not? But I mean, it seems like in that part and in that just, you know, I'm gonna say society instead of community. They do. That's not what they do. That like Tony Spigs, man. Shout out to another customizer there. He's, I was like, Gridiron Studios, I don't see any blast effects. He's like, dude, I never use blast effects. I'm like, why not?
Yeah, and I've had a lot of requests for them, and I'm the same way. Is like I don't use them on my personal stuff, so it wasn't top of my priority list. My hesitation on them now, or hang up on them now, is people don't use the same peg across the board for blast effects.
Yep,
so you got to pick one. Even in just GI Joe, like classified, it's not the same freaking peg on everything.
Which drives me nuts with weapons, with ball pegs, anything. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah. Even the foot pegs. So I made some, I call them figure plates, just little figure stands, but they were kind of the Valiverse style where you could put different, like they had multiple pegs and stuff on them. And I made long ones and like big ones where you could fit 5 or 6 characters on them. I still sell them. But even within the G.I. Joe classified, different pegs, different holes, depending on if the old version or new version, they're like 0.5 millimeter off and they don't stick on as quite as well. And it's frustrating as hell.
I can see that. Yeah, and Jerk, I put that up there. Yeah, Ace will be on Raw next week, so that'll be a lot of fucking fun. Nice. And then, Scott Orcha said, Ace said he would be on at Joe Fest, so... I hope so. I mean, that'll be an awesome show to go to. Billy Boys Toys. He is asking, how do you like your new shooter figure? And make sure I'm caught up with chat over here.
That's cool. Did you see the teaser from Ace about something new? It looked like an add-on or something for the tank.
I did. I think I commented. I was like, this doesn't look like the inside of a 1/12 Cylon Raider, so I don't care. Because I looked at it, man. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. You think that's the inside of a ramen tank?
It looked like it. You could take the top off the ramen tank and set that right down in. Now, whether he's going to sell it as an add-on of, hey, you can take your tank apart and add this in, or if it's a whole new thing, who knows? But it looked like what's Rowdy Toys, the one he just came out with?
What's it called? The Mauler, right?
The Mauler. That's the way the setup looked like to me. 2 seats in the front, 1 in the side, in the back, and then there's an open spot. I don't know if that's what it is, but the seat configuration is what I was looking at of how that works.
You guys, if I miss any questions, put it up again because I'm old. But Snap is asking, as a customizer, what do you find time to collect for your personal preference?
What do I find time? So I have narrowed mine to just G.I. Joe classifieds outside of some other 6-inch scale, but I have a few Black Series, a few Marvel Legends, mostly with the thought of expanding some of my stuff out into those universes for sale. And I need those figures to post pictures.
Yeah.
So do I collect them? Yeah, kind of. I mean, I like them. It's not that I don't like them. It's for the space I have and the fact that I need to grow a print farm
which is going to eat up more space.
Yeah, I've got to cut the line somewhere of like, okay, I'm just collecting this. Otherwise, I'll have no space for anything else.
And Patrick Bryan
parachute thingy. Yeah. Okay.
What parachute thingy?
So he was asking me for a contraption that goes underneath the parachute for the paratrooper that you can hang it from the ceiling.
Oh, and then have it like an umbrella,
and
like
have
it's
it
actually
laid out.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Is my update. The few that I printed out and like, oh, this will work. I printed it out and hung it up, and no, it doesn't work at all. So back to the drawing board.
And it's 1/12 Cylon Raider, which would also that and a Viper would also be, unless they do the toy scale, because those are the toys that got yanked because of that whole a child died on a toy because it was fired out, and they stopped making those. God, I wanted that so bad. I wanted the Cylon Raider back in the day, man, and the Viper, 100%.
I just had someone reach out and ask if I was going to do any of the S2000 G.I. Joe stuff. So he sent me some videos, but I didn't watch them all yet. Like silver and green and navy blue type stuff from the late 90s, I think. I had one of them as a kid that I remembered, but the rest of them I didn't.
90s is where I stopped. It got in the whole extreme stuff. Like I didn't give a shit about any of that. So that was about the time where I'm like, I'm good. I'm done. I stopped getting, the vintage G.I. Joe at that point was the 90s, which was like I can't remember what year they had their biggest selling record was, I don't know, 92, 93.
Was it really in the 90s?
I can't remember. I want to say that. I mean, it's Chad. Would definitely be the one that would know that. Actually, Mikey might know it too.
I mean, it makes sense. That's when they had the biggest following, but doesn't mean.
Speaking of following, Jersey Maniac wasn't following you back on Instagram. He has rectified that. Shout out to fucking Jersey Maniac.
Fantastic. Appreciate it, man.
And hey, I said him earlier. Gun Bunny. Yep. What is that?
Thank you, sir.
I can't tell if it's a one-up or you just joined, Gun Bunny. But guess what? I don't care. You're getting asset by God.
So Gun Bunny was one of the first. He did videos. He's got a YouTube channel. I just don't think he posts very much anymore.
Gun Bunny, yep. I sit there. Yeah. Actually, Gun Bunny, I should have you on. I talk to Gun Bunny all the time. Gun Bunny's, to chat with him back and forth.
Yeah, why aren't you doing YouTube videos, Gun Bunny?
And he's streamed.
You did some cool shit, man.
Well, yeah, let's do this for Gun Bunny. I'm gonna break out the revised version here.
New channel member, you son of a bitch.
Shout out to Gun Bunny, man. Super K, GI Customs, do you have anything coming up that will help Zakainen see the glory that is Cobra Law? Get fucked, Super K.
So I've got all the Cobra Law figures they've done so far because I'm a completist more than anything else. But to be completely honest, and I hope this doesn't help people say anything bad about me, is I didn't even know Cobra Law existed until I started collecting this stuff again. So
that's all. It depends on where you stop reading at, right? Or you don't watch, you didn't watch the cartoon, you didn't watch the movie.
I never saw the movie until I started doing this within the last year or so. Like,
I wish to God I'd never seen it. Fuck, I hate Cobra Law with my whole body, except Energon Universe. Okay, if you're going to read comic books, Energon Universe, fucking fantastic. He did answer that. No triple T tanks, warthogs yet. And guess what? It's 6:45. We're gonna go a little bit over, so be it. Okay. Let me put that ticker back out there. So guys, go check them out. There's the code for you, 10% off your orders. Dude, again, I really appreciate you hopping on. And I know 45 minutes flies.
It was quick, yeah.
It goes by really quick, especially when I go on tangents, as I am wont to do. So guys, go follow him. I've got all the descriptions below. If I missed a question today, I am sorry. But let's keep going. Yep, shout out to Gun Bunny. Shout outs to appreciate those memberships, man. Ace on Rod next week. I will be on Rod right after this, everybody. So jump over to this guy, Papa Jerk. Then me, Gaines, and him re-chopping it up. Jersey, you popping on tonight? Jersey might pop on too. Who knows? Blake, thank you. Doing the Lord's work. Lord Odin. Sweet. Odin's Raven. And then
thanks for having me.
Oh, well, you thought we were going to get out of here. Nope. It's a hostage party over here. When this man I met over at DFW 2024, Eric Alfred Abel for $5. Cobra Law's HP Lovecraft. The whore waiting for you will drive you mad. If they had done it like that and gone in serious like that, I'd have been all in, which is what Energon Universe seems like they're going more that route. Because
yeah, they need to do a movie or something on it and actually do it justice.
Yeah.
Bring people back in.
Zach is having you again February 30th. People are we will do this again. We'll have a follow-up. If you weren't off put by my unprofessionalism, I definitely want to give you some more time. I want to spoil it, but an actual intro, a promo, get you shouted out. And I know we're gonna run a little bit late, but definitely sub to this man on YouTube, because your trajectory, even talk about it, has been. You had like what 400 subs within like a month. Like 28 days.
Yeah, I'm at 949 right now, looking to hit 1,000, and I posted my first video at the end of August.
That is
However many months
crazy.
that's been. Yeah, it's way faster than I thought it would be. I'm so grateful for everyone that's joined up and has seen some kind of good in what I put out there. Still getting better at it.
All right, guys, I'm in the show run. I'll do a little post show and then I'm hopping off. So stay tuned. We'll talk post show.
Cool.
Guys, thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. Like, share, subscribe, follow this man, get this man to 1,000. He is going to, I did it in a year. I felt pretty good. Now I feel like a chump.
Oh, don't feel like that. No.
So do that. Jai, I appreciate it, man. Chaz, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Chat.
Absolutely.
Mega powers. Let's go.